Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment, and here's a fun little story. Marvel Studios casting director confirms studio will continue to embrace their representation and diversity agenda that is slowly killing the MCU. Oh yeah, they got to have that diversity. Here we go. Check this out. Marvel Studios casting director Sarah Finn recently confirmed that the film production company will continue to embrace the representation and diversity agenda that has seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe, aka the MCU, fall into decline during Phase 4, a phase that was unceremoniously killed early by Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige. Speaking with The Wrap, Finn lied about the diversity and representation agenda not being a proclamation. She said, "It wasn't, from my experience, a proclamation." However, the Walt Disney Company, who is the parent company of Marvel Studios, has made it very clear that they do indeed have quotas and have made numerous proclamations about pushing the diversity and representation agenda. Oh my. And there's a bunch of this stuff, like at Disney, inclusion is for everyone. Reimagining tomorrow is our way of amplifying underrepresented voices and untold stories, as well as championing the importance of accurate representation in media and entertainment, because we are all greater than a single story, and we all deserve to feel seen, heard, and understood. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that make you feel good? Unless of course you're a straight white male, and especially if you're a Republican, in which case you have no place here. Fuck off. Fuckity bye. So they're doubling down. We knew this would happen because they are, of course, the dumbest company at the moment, next to Warner Brothers, of course. But they will be the last to arrive to the party when everyone else is doing away with this stuff, going, look, everything we're doing with this shit is failing. Let's just dump it and get back to what we did best. They will be the last. Disney will be still sitting in the corner on their own, scratching their head going, why isn't anyone playing with us? Like, the worst part about it is they're just taking all these failed characters, and they are failed characters from the comics. Your Ms. Marvels failed as a comic book run. Your Riri Williams failed as a comic book run. The newer takes on She-Hulk failed comic book runs. You know, and there's so many more. Your what's her name? Chavez, America Chavez, failed character. All these characters failed in the comic book run, and they didn't, be under no illusion, they did not fail because they were diverse characters, that they were black and brown and gay and all this type of stuff. No, they failed because the books were trash. They were written as completely unlikable characters, horrible origins, because their origins were basically, like, take Riri Williams for instance. Her origin was that she demanded her teacher tell her she couldn't do something, when the teacher was saying, no, you can do and be whatever you put your mind to. If you want to be that, you can be that. And she hated that and demanded that the teacher told her what she could never be. So the teacher finally gave in and said, fine, you'll never be Tony Stark. And with that, she like, right, I'll show you. And in the comic books, Riri Williams, in fact, stole Tony Stark's tech and built the suit. That's how she became Ironheart. That's not a hero's origin, that's a villain's origin. But the fact that they're doubling down, and the best part about this, and particularly what you heard there with the Imagine Tomorrow bullshit, which was something they put out, then hid. They removed it, but it was still in place. They just took it away for everyone to see. Where they're like, oh, we're championing the importance of accurate representation in media and entertainment. But you're the same company who shrunk John Boyega on a poster because he was black for China. You're the same company that covered Chadwick Boseman's face because he was black in China. You're the same company who removed the gay kiss in the Eternals for a bunch of countries because they didn't want it. You're the same country who removed the kiss in Black Panther Wakanda Forever between two women because you just wanted it released in other territories. So you're sitting here talking all this diversity, representation, inclusion, all this. It's our agenda. It's what we're striving for. It's what's going to make us great, blah, blah, blah. But we're only going to put it into a certain amount of places where we can easily remove it if we have to get it released in places that they don't want that stuff. You remember that idiot from the Eternals that said, imagine the amount of lives this movie's going to save. Well, how's a gay kiss going to save any lives? That's not understood. And no, it didn't. And it was also a scene that happened so quickly. They just easily removed it to release it in other territories. So as much as they want to stand here and virtue signal, make no bones about it, it is 100% grade A virtue signaling. They don't mean it. They do not mean it. They are talking out their buttholes about it. They want to tell you, we're all for you, we represent you, we want yous, we need yous are the future, when in reality it's, we get brownie points if we put them in here, we tick them boxes, can pat ourselves on the back and say, well done. What's that? What do you mean that you don't like black people in China? But he's on the post. Oh, okay. Shrink him or cover him on the poster quick. What's that? What do you mean they don't like gay people in those countries? But we have them in the film. They kiss in the film. Oh, you filmed it for 2 seconds, so it won't affect it if we remove it? Cool, remove it. That's who they are. Grade 8 hypocrites. And I love the fact that they're doubling down on it, because it just means we're going to get more and more the goodies of pure and utter cringe that we can just keep making videos on to call them out on it. Especially when they do it where we get told, oh, they've just doubled down, they've made more gay characters. But guess what? Secretly they remove their relationships in Middle Eastern countries, because then we can just point and go, hypocrites, you're the bigots. Anyway, that's a fun little story, isn't it? And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.